Going forward, we were talking about this off air before. Obviously, Sergio Aguero, his contract is winding down. We haven't seen him most of the season. I think there's an assumption that they're not going to extend his contract, give a whole load of money to a guy at his age with his injury record.
Yeah.
Do they need another center forward? And if so, what should the profile be? Augie?
Well, City, certainly under Abu Dhabi's ownership the last 10, 12 years, they've always gone for the emerging talent, the best young player out there, or the best player at the time. I think they did that with Aguero. He was, early 20s when he signed for Atletico. If you're looking for someone to fit that profile again, now you're probably looking at Erling Haaland, who is a different kind of player, but he is the next big thing, undoubtedly, in terms of centre forwards. He's just way ahead of anybody else. I mean, I can't think of anyone in a comparable nature that would be in the same fit. The issue with Haaland is, would there be a problem with signing a Raiola player? We know that Pep has history with Mino Raiola. Man City have history with Mino Raiola.
Are we grown-ups here or what?
Seriously.
No, we're not.
We're grown-ups here. I'm sorry, but Chiki Begarishan can do the talking with Mino. Pep doesn't have to do the talking with Mino, right?
No, he does it. He
So,
does.
I would be amazed if a club like City said about someone like Haaland, no, we can't sign him because of his agent, surely.
I agree. I mean, listen, that was part of the reason Man United didn't sign him in the end, that they didn't want to be, hooked up to Raiola's escape clause or transfer trigger fee that they wanted with Haaland. So there are questions to overcome. I agree, it would be ridiculous for a club like Man City not to sign a player, but they dealt with Raiola with Balotelli. And we know that Pep and Raiola have history with the Zlatan thing. So it's an interesting one. If Pep doesn't want to get involved with Raiola and the kind of the issues that may come with it, would Raiola happily send Haaland to City and not want him to move 2 or 3 years down the line? Does he want to go to Spain in future? Does he want to go to Italy? It's a factor, but I think that City have to overcome it. They've got the money to do it, certainly.
I mentioned Haaland on French TV on Saturday, and then they put the clip on Twitter, and I got a lot of people saying, it's not the profile, it's not a Pep player. What?
Do they say that because he's tall and strong?
I don't know.
And
They surely
think, look, he's
never
like
seen him
Ibra. Like, he's not. He's completely different.
Haaland can play.
Well, that worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah, but Haaland would be perfect in a Pep. Of course, there's a bit of time where he will have to adapt, and the press is very different to, I suspect, although at Salzburg, the press was pretty hectic too. So, I've got no doubt. Don't tell me he's not a Pep profile. Oh, no, he's not, doesn't really suit or doesn't really fit. It would be perfect.
Lewandowski isn't a small little centre forward.
Exactly.
But, he's a tall, classic centre forward, and he worked great with Pep. So, yeah, you're right. There is this kind of perception that Pep only likes 5'6", 5'8" strikers who can play all across the front three, but it's wrong.
Obviously, if you can get Haaland at a regular price, at a reasonable price, you get him. Personally, I think, even though with all the pandemic financial losses, doom and gloom, I think if you're Borussia Dortmund, you're more likely, I don't think you need to sell Haaland and Sancho, and I still think Sancho is more likely to leave.
Let me put you this, okay? Let me put you this. The following summer, so summer 2022, there's the release clause that kicks in Erling Haaland's contract of 75 million euros, right? Imagine Dortmund don't qualify for the Champions League, which is very likely. They're 6th right now.
Yes, that is an issue.
What if City or anyone else comes in now this summer and say to Vasco and Dortmund, okay, you're not in the Champions League next season. Soon, it will be available for 75 million. We give you, let's say City have the 100 million now, or PSG or Real Madrid, I don't know, whoever. Yeah. If you're Vasco, what do you do? So you have the 100 million now.
Look, I think if they don't qualify for the Champions League, I think that's a game changer. Because you can very easily justify it. Like, here, we'll take the 100 million now, which is worth a lot more in a post-pandemic football. Yeah. And we have Moukoko there already. Yeah. So what do I need? We need, he's...
And even Haaland has to play in the Champions League anyway.
Of course. But assuming they do qualify for the Champions League, I'm just wondering, I think it's more likely that maybe they go for somebody else. Maybe they go for somebody less developed, look to develop him, say, look, we can do fine with, we have Ferran Torres, we have Gabriel Jesus, we have Foden, as we found out, we have Sterling.
Maybe.
Let's add another really talented kid center forward that I can mold from the ground up in the Pep way.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.